Hey guys, so this trailer was released over a week ago, but the day it was released, it was a Monday, and that day I was leaving my house for some days, so I couldn't do the video until now. So yeah, let's just review this thing very fast. It's a short teaser trailer. I mean, it's not very long at all, and it happens very quick, and it has like a lot in it. I feel like it has a lot in it, but at the same time I'm thinking, and now I bet there are tons of things that they left outside that they left outside of this video. So yeah, let's review it. At the first glance, we have Thor, who's trapped in chains, and he's hanging from the ceiling. Apparently we don't even see the ceiling, but whatever. And he's in hell, in actual hell, and that's where Hela comes from. Hela is the goddess of death, basically, and she has been in prison apparently for thousands and thousands of years. And we actually see like a flashback of when she was trapped, apparently, I think. She has like a fight with the Valkyries and with other Asgardians probably, and she finally gets caught and imprisoned basically in whatever world or portal or whatever it is that she was trapped. But she's not trapped anymore. We don't know why, but apparently many people are saying it's because Loki has not been handling Asgard the right way. I mean, if you remember in Thor the Dark World, he banished his father Odin, and we don't know where he is, but he disguised as Odin himself, and now Loki is ruling Asgard, and apparently he has been mishandling his prisoners, and that's why Hela broke loose, or he actually did it on purpose. We don't really know this. So yeah, and he was in a scene with Thor, apparently with Thor. No, I mean, he was discussed by Thor in Doctor Strange on a final mid-credit scene, I think, or post-credit scene, something like that. No, mid-credit scene. And yeah, so we don't know what happens there, but whatever. Hela has broken loose, and Hela is a very, very powerful character because she's dead. I mean, that's some powerful thing. And the first thing we see is that Thor throws his hammer at her, and he just grabs it and destroys it, which is amazing. I love that scene, especially because the other day I mean, I didn't watch the movie, I just watched that scene because I was like switching channels, and they were on Age of Ultron on TV, and there was the scene where everyone is trying to lift Thor's hammer, and Captain America tries to lift it, and he actually does a little bit, and Thor is like, oh fuck. And yeah, but Thor is like, oh, I'm the only worthy here. And we see he's not worthy anymore because his hammer was destroyed, and apparently in the comic books it has been destroyed like 100 times, so nobody cares. But in the movies it's different because people that only see the movies only know the hammer to be extremely strong and indestructible, so it means a lot that it has been like shattered into pieces, like just by touching by this woman that came from nowhere. So that's a big, powerful first look at the movie. And then we see basically that she broke loose in Asgard, and she destroys everything basically. So Thor is apparently he's tied down in hell, and then he's thrown away to another dimension through a portal apparently, and he ends up in a planet called Sakaar or something like that, and that's a planet that was made famous in the comic books for being the let's say the location for the Planet Hulk series and the World War Hulk. Jesus, English. So yeah, whatever. That's the location of those stories, which are very important stories in the Hulk universe. And of course, who is there? Is Hulk. He's playing to be a gladiator for this man called I was going to say the Collector, but he's not the Collector. He's another guy. Whatever. He's Jeff Goldblum. I forget the name of the character, but whatever. He's the Grandmaster who organizes these he's like gladiator fights, if you will, of characters like people from different worlds that end up some way in that planet. So two of those people are Thor and Hulk, and apparently that's what the movie is about. It's about Thor finding out that Hulk ended up there after Age of Ultron, and apparently Hulk doesn't really remember Thor, because Thor is like, yes, he's my friend from work, which is really funny. It's like, you could think it's ridiculous when he says that, but it's not. It's actually funny. The first time I saw the trailer, it was like, oh my god, that's funny. And Thor is a funny character. I mean, he was portrayed at the beginning like kind of funny. Then he got a little bit serious, but we don't want that. We want the fun Thor. And the Thor movies have been like funny, like that vibe. And I know they have not been like great, but this movie looks much different, to be honest. So yeah, they fight. I mean, he recognizes Thor, but Thor apparently doesn't recognizes him. And there's something like really weird about it, because it's like a coliseum, let's say, and in the box where all the Grandmaster is, like on the same sofa, but on the other end is Loki. So we don't know if he has come to rescue Thor, or he's there to watch Hulk kill Thor. I mean, it's funny because when Hulk comes out, he's like scared, because we all know he got served in the first Avengers. Actually, it was a long time ago. So it was really fun to see that. But we don't know what Loki is up to. He's in another scene like with his helmet and like knives. We don't know if he's fighting Hela, or if he's what he's doing, or if he's helping her conquering Asgard. We don't really know what's going on that scene. Besides that, we see that Valkyrie, I mean, one of the Valkyries, I should say, we don't know her name actually. She's been rumored to be a love interest for Hulk, but we don't know. Well, one of the Valkyries, portrayed by Tessa Thompson, is the one who picks up Thor from like a garbage disposal plant, or a dump basically, and she brings him to the Grandmaster. Apparently she works for him, and possibly she ended up there after, you know, what Hela did to the other Valkyries. I mean, that will be very interesting, because I think she will be the key to defeating Hela in the movie. I think it's like the obvious reason why she would be there, and you know, everything connects easily in those movies. I mean, it's not like this grand scheme of things, because we know that they don't really handle that very well, the grand scheme of things. For example, the Infinity Stones. I mean, I think Marvel thinks that every single person is like, oh yes, the Infinity Stone, the Soul Stone, the Mind Stone. Most people don't really know about that, and they don't even realize or remember that. In the only movie that was well done was in Doctor Strange, because it was like an actual thing. But in the rest of the movies, people don't really see those tones, and the one in Vision maybe, but people don't really realize what an Infinity Stone is. And you have to, I mean, many people didn't see Guardians of the Galaxy, or actually don't even remember that they have a lot of keys in that movie, with Thanos being in that movie. I mean, that movie is not all about Thanos, but he's very important there. So yeah, I mean, that's all we get in the movie. Actually, we get a little bit more from the I don't know what his name is, the executioner, the killer, I mean, a guy with some machine guns that apparently works for the Grandmaster also. And we see Heimdall, which is like the guy played by Idris Elba, that's like the guardian of the door in Asgard, like he's blind and everything. They say that he has an Infinity Stone, which I don't think, because the only one remaining is the one that's going to give powers to Captain Marvel. So I don't think that's possible that he has anything, but he looks different, and he's fighting like Hela's minions on a forest. So I think he's part of the resistance against Hela or something like that, and that's interesting. I mean, that all his friends, Thor's friends, including you know, all the other soldiers that look like him but are not really him, like Sif and etc. Although Sif is a little bit, I think I don't know if she will be in the movie, because they used her in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and apparently that was a big mistake, but whatever. but all of them are going to be like the resistance against Hela, because there's always a resistance, and there's always like multiple heroes. I mean, what I don't like about these movies is that they don't like to go all the way, and all the way for me will be like let Hela win. I mean, she's extremely powerful, and apparently she's has in the comic books kind of a relationship with Thanos. She's like, he's very in love with her, and he tries to please her by killing people. So that's a very interesting thing, and you have to go all the way with that. I mean, you cannot be like, oh, she killed some people but then she gets defeated. I mean, that would be really stupid. I hope that at the end of the movie, maybe she won't win, but she will be able to escape and get to Thanos, and you just tell him like, you kill those Avengers and I give you my life if you want, and my love, but kill all of them. And that would be amazing. I mean, that would be very interesting, because maybe Hulk is going to do the same thing with her than what he did with Loki. That would be amazing. That would be so much fun. I'm really looking forward to this movie, because it looks like Marvel is really going to like doing interesting movies now. I mean, in the sense that before they were only, I mean, Iron Man, the first Captain America movies, etc. They were made to please fans, and they were made to make money. That's why they were for. I mean, you can get offended all you want, but that's why they were made. But now that they have been so successful with these comic book stories, they can actually do great pieces of cinema, like with great art direction and great special effects and great dialogues and screenplays and directing and everything. And I think Thor Ragnarok is a good step forward in that direction. Doctor Strange actually was too. Guardians of the Galaxy, to be honest, looks like the first one, so eh. And Spider-Man Homecoming, we don't even know if Spider-Man is in this universe to stay, so eh. I don't really care about those two movies, to be honest. I mean, they will do well, but I won't go see them. But Thor Ragnarok is going to stay in the MCU. He's very important to the main cast, let's say, of the Avengers. And I think it's a movie that looks like looks like they dared the most when they were making it. They were like, let's go all the way, and it really looks like it. I mean, they chose a great actress to play Hela. Kate Blanchett was one of the best actresses alive and ever. She's amazing, and I think it's great. She will give the best performance in a Marvel movie to date. I guarantee that. I mean, and I can clearly see that. And the same will be with Brie Larson. I think she will do a great job, but we haven't seen anything from her yet. So yeah, let's wait and see what Thor Ragnarok brings to us this November. Yeah, the other movies, as I said, I'm not that interested, but Thor Ragnarok is going to be really strong. And right now, this teaser trailer, which I will link down below, has more views than The Last Jedi. But The Last Jedi was released on Friday, and it's getting very near Thor Ragnarok. And of course, the two of them, I think the two of them have surpassed Justice League, which is like a slap in the face to Warner Brothers. I mean, Jesus, they can't get it together. So yeah, whatever, sorry for that. Please watch these two last videos and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. Goodbye.